Hello everyone, welcome to DJ videos in DJ YouTube channel. Today we are looking at the Pioneer DJ DDJ-FLX10. So this controller will replace the DDJ-1000 from Pioneer DJ. The main idea between them is that you had the DDJ-1000 for Recordbox and DDJ-1000 R30 for Serato. Now the DDJ-FLX10 will be for Recordbox and Serato. It will unlock every software. You have just to plug your USB, of course. If you want to access to DVS or something like that, or further option, you will need in the side for Recordbox or Serato, for example, a subscription or a device which will unlock DVS, for example, option, or a license, a paid license for Serato DJ, for DVS, for example. So the main functions of each software will be unlocked when you plug your device, but you will have little options if you want with subscription, license, or a device, for example. On the front, you will have only the jack's output, the quarter jack and the mini jack for your headphones output. On the back, you will have your alimentation, your power on off, of course, two mics inputs with a combo jack, a quarter jack, XLR, and quarter jack only. You have two USB port. It's not USB-B, now it's USB-C. You have a DMX out. It's pretty cool because when you have Recordbox lighting with, you see the little analyze phrase directly on Recordbox. If you're not a god on DMX, your light will be synced directly on your track and you will have moving, etc. without any knowledge about DMX. You know, you have just to put the references about each light you use and it's okay. You have all inputs. You will have line for channel 1 and 2, line phono for channel 3 and 4. If you want to use CDG or turntables, you will have your little ground here for turntable who needs that. Your boost balance jack, quarter jack output, RCA secondary master output, and first XLR symmetrical output for your master. So in this video, we are not looking at every kind of function because everything is the same for maybe the EQs, the faders, how to navigate in your, or to browse in your playlist or tracks. We will just focus on the main part between Recordbox and Serato, which are, for example, one or two new FX, which are something for the mic directly on Recordbox, for example, or the jog, or the difference between pad, between Recordbox and Serato, and the main thing, the stems part, which allow you to focus on the vocals, on instrument, on a track, without any manipulation, without touching a button or turning a rotation button, something like that. So on the mixer part, you will have a new thing, a new FX, the stretch FX with Enigma Jack. Enigma Jack, you can see it on another device, but not in the DDJ 1000 legacy. So let's listen to this. First, Enigma Jet. So you can have, for example, 4-bit. We will see after that FX can be applied directly on drums, instrument, on vocal, but you will see that with the stems part here. So Enigma Jet. So it's a little bit a flanger, but with little difference. It's cool. It's pretty cool. And this one I really like it, is stretch. You know, sometimes when I want to go on music style to another style, another kind of music, I use some FX. And for example, I love to use the master tempo at the extreme, 100%, for example, or 50%, with a reverb or something like, or dub echo. But I have to move my pitch. With the stretch option, I don't have to touch my pitch control, just to touch this. So if you go with one beat, it will be very fast and you can't hear that. You see? But with a long 8-bit function, 8-bit option, it could be really fun. And if you add a dub echo, for example, you see you can move between two kinds of music. So Stretch and Enigma Jet. The other thing on the mixer part, besides the EQ, the switch, the mic, etc., the Mac fader on the crossfader, the switch here, the sampler volume, etc., it will be the same, you know. The other thing is that you can apply on the mics the reverb with its own option, own parameter. So it will be when you plug the DDJ-FLX10, the reverb will appear here. So you can apply a reverb directly on your mic. After we saw the, it's more a visual part, but we saw the beat FX, 2-bit FX. You see here, when I switch here, you have sampler 3, 1, 2, 4. You have a little LED to show you the same thing here, but you can see like a DJM V10 or the new DJM A9 to see where your FX are. So it's cool to have this. So mixer part done. Let's see the jog part. It's a big part because you have pretty the same as the DDJ 1000, but you have more accessible information. First, you will have, let's see, on this track, you will have the needle part. You know, here you can choose if you want the needle part or not. So you have this needle here, the right needle, and you have your cue position. You see, if you do that, you will have an orange part. It's your cue position and needle position. So you can engage or disengage that with the double push here. After, you will have information directly on the jog. You can have the track. You can have with shift and display mode. You can have the two waveforms. You see, if I push here, okay, you will have two waveforms on the same jog, like more or less the DDJ Rev 7. You can have the jacket, the artwork, but I don't have it on this track. And you can have the record box logo. After, you can have the paired info. You see, I am in the hot cue mode, so I can show hot cues. If I want to be, for example, on bit FX2, I will have bit FX2. If I am on keyboard, I will have the keyboard information, just a push here. So jog part. After, you will have this beat jump part. It's a new part because you have directly, without touching anything on the software, you will have 4-bit beat jump on the left or right, or with the shift button, 16-bit directly on the left and right. So it's pretty cool. And you have a search option on the left and on the right. And if you want to have more speed, you can touch the jog like that, and you will have very fast search directly on the track. And I think it's done for this part. Let's see the pad section. So, like I said, we will not listen to every option on this on those all part, but I can say to you what you will have. On record box, you will have everything written on the button. So you will have OQ, pad FX1, beat jump, sampler, keyboard, pad FX2, beat loop, and key shift. Why I have no key shift on my screen? It's because I made my own pad editor, you know, and I have user 1 and or user 2. I prefer user 1 here because I have everything I need. So of course, if I jump here and put key shift, where is key shift? Is here. I will have key shift on my screen. Let's see, key shift here, and of course key shift here. But when you will buy this product, you will have the write-on function directly on the pad. And so I said pad FX2, beat jump, beat loop, sampler, key shift. Everything right on here. For Serato, you will have hot cues, you will have auto FX with an echo, flanger, reverb, roll, echo out, break, backspin, and roll out. After you will have beat jump here. You can change the value and have your beat jump here. So -2, -4, etc., +2, +4, etc. And here you will have little FX, we can say, with return to the start point of your track. Surge very fast on the left, surge very fast on the right, and slip reverse. I don't know why there is slip reverse too, because you have slip reverse here, but whatever. Sampler, it will be the same. After with shift button, you will have keyboard, you will have roll, auto loop, and key shift. That's the main difference between Recordbox and Serato for the pad section. Let's see now a big new function, the mix point section. So mix point allow you to prepare and have an auto mix between two tracks. So let's see, I'm playing this track here. Okay, no problem. The track is playing, and I want to mix a vocal on this track, for example. Let's say that. You have just to prepare your track, just the first point you want to use it. For example, this one. Let's disengage the loop. I put my point here. I said it's my first point. You see, you have a white rectangle. And here you set when your track will be played automatically. So let's see, not A, not B, C point. Okay. Let's focus on making the master sync here. Let's sync, let's key sync. So I have my track here. I push link here, and you will see I not touching anything, just the fader to put the moment I want. You see? No play button. So a real auto mix where you can set the in point of your second track and the moment when the second track will play on the first track. It's really, really cool. You can change the deck, of course. You can silence your track, your sync track, if you can, we can say like that, and you exit the mix point. And at the end, the stems. So the stems can be played with different options. You can play directly on the deck, you can play on the EQ, we will see that, and you can apply an FX directly on each stem, for example, drum or instruments or vocal. And it's for the beat part, the beat FX part, and the color FX part. And you will see you have a lot of possibilities with that. So let's see the original track first. Just drums. So of course it's a beta. I have the beta right here, and I think Pioneer DJ will put more efforts on the algorithm. It's the first. It's a first for Recordbox, so I think Pioneer DJ will put some more efforts on the algorithm. So just drums or instruments. Or vocal. And we will see after how it works with another track. So now here it's directly from the deck, but you can also touch them with the EQ part. You have just to do shift and part ISO here. When you will touch something, you will have Q blinking because you have the option enabled, you know. So let's see just the instrument, the drum part, or the instrument part, or the vocal part.
No, it's just you walked in, I thought here we go.
And after on the beat FX part and color FX. Now I will put an echo directly on all the track. Yep. You see, lot of mess because you have the drums, etc. But I can put directly vocals. Or directly on the color FX. Look how it's amazing. Or if you want to just filter the drum and instrument without touching the vocals. Directly with just one push. And after this track, with the other track. So listen to this. It's not like that, you know. But let's see what we have. So let's sync the track. Master, sync, key sync, just the vocal. And now. So you see little work on the algorithm, but they are not far away. But I don't know how can I say in English the ergonomy, the workflow, the function are well put, and it's very normal to put my hands on every function on the device. It's pretty cool to use the stamps on the DDJ FLX10. So it's the end of this video. If you have any questions on the FLX10, feel free to ask under the video in the comment section. I hope you like this video and I see you next content. Bye bye, take care everybody.